2004, we had a new election. The 2004 panel projects a lot of news coverage, a lot of news imagery, because there was constant, visualization with patriotism all around it. One of the things that upset me a lot about 2004 in retrospect was Bush was saying, there will be no draft. And that concept, those words, there will be no draft, made the American people feel like they've got their situation under control in Afghanistan and Iraq. They did not do a draft. What they did do was spend an insane amount of money hiring Blackwater, XE, who now is Academy. Academy is their new name. But a lot of money went into private corporations that were hired as private armies. We didn't have to draft. We hired private armies. We outsourced things that the military would normally have taken care of in the past. And we started, I don't know if we started at that point, but one of the big controversies is what they call the Backdoor Draft, where soldiers that had done their tour tried to go home, fine print in their contracts that they signed when they signed up saying, if we need you, we can keep you, and they did. So many men who had signed up for the military were subjected to, 2, 3, and 4 service terms because of the Backdoor Draft. I'm not against the military. I'm not against the government. What I feel after putting these images together is that our government, the name America, has been hijacked. Our government is controlled by corporations. That corporations are multinational, but they have the same rights as individual citizens. How and why that happened doesn't make any sense, but it happened at the turn of last century. It needs to change. This government does not represent the people, it represents the corporations. Corporations are more powerful than the people. And we go out and project to other countries that, we're trying to help them, or we're trying to give them democracy. Look at democracy right now. Look at democracy in the United States. Do the people really have a voice? I don't think so. There's too much money being spent lobbying from corporations. They're the voice. The real culprits here, I believe, are these think tanks who, they have another agenda. And it's not for the people. It's not for individual citizens. Look at how our taxes, look at how our schools have decreased. Look at how our police forces in our local communities have decreased. How benefits that people had, we don't have in the past. They're questioning now taking away Social Security because they don't think they'll be able to afford it in the future. Well, our pensions have evaporated. Our 401ks have evaporated. Social Security is most people's pensions. You can't take that away. But I'm skipping a little bit into the future. Here's a situation telling the truth. I love this. Bush is in conversation with Kerry, and it's supposed to be a situation where they're having an open debate. Bush has got this little box attached to his back where he's being fed information. It was brought up. It's just one of the little odd things that came up. It's like, who's really telling the truth? And Kerry was questioning Bush during this particular debate. And saying it is a question of trust, and things that Bush was saying. Kerry was saying, tell the truth. It's a wrong war. It's the wrong place. It's the wrong time. Don't confuse the war with the warriors. We need bilateral talks on all issues and to respect the United Nations. Bush's response is, who is this guy? Troops wonder, how can I follow this guy? It's like spin talk. Those were actual quotes that came from the videos. They're spin talking. They're not answering the direct questions. This is something interesting too. There's so many layers of things that are going on. U.S. highest prison population in the world. 10 million people in the United States were on probation, in jail, or in prison. This is 2004. You have a voice, you want to speak up, you get locked up. We had this amazing tsunami that hit. On top of the patriotism, visual imagery, the war propaganda, we're being fed constant media of quick loans, buy now, interest rates are going up. This is the website, and it was still up in 2012. Achieve the American Dream. This is from 2004, but the website was still up. People having bad credit will now be able to take advantage of new relaxed lending rates, geared to give them financing when they ordinarily would be declined due to bad credit rating through conventional methods. Keep it simple. Car loans are no longer a problem. They are easier to get because a car is a necessity, with only requirements being a job and a telephone or verifiable contact numbers. You can get a loan. The government will help you to try to get a loan. You need to show you have 2 paycheck stubs and that you have a telephone that they can reach you at. They're still trying to throw money at us. Oh, by the way, in 2002, the Blueprint for the American Dream target market 5.5 million people. By 2004, they bumped it up to 8 million. Blueprint for American Dream. You can go online. I'm going to say 50-something number page report. Read it. Read it.